I'll go with you, get beer.
You're going to get beer?
Could you say that the chamber is edging you?
How dare you?
No. It's fucking Josh.
It's giving get off my lawn.
I want to talk to Johnny Bananas about squirrels.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Right Reality Podcast. Oh my God, you guys, we have so much to get into. If you are first time finding us here on YouTube or the podcast, stay with us because this is an absolute fucking banger of an episode. We have so much stuff planned. If you turn off right now, we will hunt you down.
You do not want to miss this.
I am Steven. If you haven't met us before, that's Mixie.
Hi, I'm Mixie.
This is going to be fucking incredible. Mixie, what an episode. Holy shit.
An incredible episode. We are here to recap episode 5 of the challenge, season 40, an era tradition.
I don't know what the traditions were as part of this, but the traditions were, holy shit, this is amazing. And then when I thought it was like the best episode of all time, it got better. We've told the hotties, be very careful, stay off the interwebs because there was a lot happening and we both have a lot to say.
Of course we do. We have to.
We're just human beings. We like the challenge.
This is what we do.
Can I get something off my chest first?
Of course.
I'm going to need certain old school challengers, maybe just one in particular, to stop calling the new cast soft or trash. Or maybe, let's see, what would be maybe a term, maybe like a thing. Maybe they're not cut from the same mold or the same cloth. I don't know. I'm just pulling that out of fucking nowhere. Hey, guess what? Fucking sack up. Sack up. I'm sorry. I'm fucking over it. Tough. Deal with it.
Yeah.
Oh, they're not the same. Oh, they're not the same. Oh, breaking news. All younger people are different than you. Breaking news. I don't know if you got that memo. Were you looking at your facts for that? No.
My
earbud's coming out. I don't care. I'm going to pop it back in. Just stop. It's giving get off my lawn.
Yeah, it's giving the music's too loud.
It's not a good look, my guy or girl. Let it go, okay? Just stop. I've heard it so many times. It's a bad take now. I just keep hearing it maybe from one particular person, and I'm like, we know your stance.
Yeah, we got it. It's covered. Thank you so much.
Sorry.
It's okay. I'm glad you got that off your chest.
Now, I don't want anybody guessing who that was that I was referring to because I don't think I get any context clues for who that could have been. So don't try to figure that out, okay?
They would have no idea.
They would have no idea, and I definitely don't want them in the YouTube comments like putting in who they think that is because that would be just don't do that. Okay? Don't do that. Okay. Mix, there's been some other challenge news since we've last been here, thanks to the VMAs. We had like a little break, and I feel like maybe it was planned on purpose for all the news that came out.
Yeah, I mean, the stuff that happened in the last elimination and all of the fallout from that was quite the tea. I mean, we were a little bit of a question mark on the elimination and the results of it. When we talked about it, we were like, give us all the footage. Everybody else was like, give us all the footage.
Yeah, it's almost like they copied us, because we always love a timeline. And what's a good timeline? Footage from A to B, timeline. So
exactly. So I mean,
doing our bits.
The Horacio, Derek of it all was a lot, but it was finally squashed. They released the footage, and they also had different podcasts had Derek, Horacio, and production on where they talked through the whole thing, which is crazy.
Crazy.
All because Nerese ran her mouth on Twitter, which is like good for Nerese, honestly, to cause this much of a shitstorm. Good on her. She's good reality TV. She's not even on that episode, and she still was causing issues.
So this to me is just a perfect example of why sometimes we do not dive into this stuff on this podcast so much is because Nerese, somebody who was on the show and her actual boyfriend who was in the elimination, she got the information wrong.
Yep.
Because we weren't there. You weren't there. She wasn't there. Even the people that were there saw it differently. So how am I supposed to sit here and have a nuanced take when there's like half of the cast that was like, oh, Horacio definitely won. And the other half is like, no. When fundamentally, as people have now said, in the elimination, when you go down there, you are the only two people usually hearing the rules. And there's a camera there recording the rules and everybody going, you got it? Any questions? And everybody goes, yep, ship shape. And then they start. And this again is why sometimes we're like, I don't know, like I gotta just go based off what I saw on TV.
Yeah, and we say that too. We're like, this is the edit they gave us, so this is the information we have.
Production going on a podcast to basically defend the show. What universe are we in? And also, how dare you not do it on the number one? How dare you?
I don't think I would have taken it seriously enough, to be honest with you. I mean, production, you're always welcome to have a conversation. It probably isn't going to be what you think it's going to be, but come on our podcast.
DMs are open.
Always.
DMs are open. Hey, listen, here's the thing. I'll voice change you. I'll put a voice changer on you.
We are a locked box. We knew everything that happened with the Nerys, Olivia, and Nisa situation for months before anybody else did. And boy, did I want to talk about it, but I did not.
We kept it under lock and key. Lockbox.
Yes, we did.
Watch. All right, here, Mixie, I'm gonna do this on screen. All right, I'm gonna open up the lockbox.
You can.
And then you're gonna put information in there, and then we're gonna lock it. Okay, ready? Hold on. I gotta unlock it. Click. Open. All right, put the information in there. Like feed it through the screen.
Information. Information that no one else is supposed to know. Information.
Okay. Now, should I close the lockbox now? Is all the information in there?
All
close. Watch this. This is the very important part. I put the key in the lockbox and I lock it. And then I take the key and guess what? It doesn't open. It doesn't open.
It never opens.
Amazing. Trust us.
Incredible.
Trust us with your information because it helps. It helps, and then
tea.
You feel good. You got it off your chest. Like we're more well rounded. We're great journalists, because we journalism here.
Absolutely,
it is what it is. I just the idea that they had to go on a podcast to like defend the show it's not even on any year's bingo card. People go, it's not on my bingo card this year. No years would have had that on there. 0 years.
It's a new challenge world. I'm glad they did it, and I hope that they do more of it because the audience needs to know what's actually going on sometimes, honestly. / I want to know everything.
I just thought of something so funny. I really don't want to say it.
Spoil me. I'm still not spoiled. You can spoil
No. Don't do it. I just thought of something absolutely hysterical. We'll see if I keep this in the edit. If you're hearing this right now, congratulations, because I feel good about it. What an absolute shot at the official podcast that they didn't do it on that show.
Hilarious. Even production knows it's shit. They don't want to be on it.
They're like, let's go on the unofficial one and say all this. Fucking hilarious.
I love it.
That's so good. I never thought about it until this point. All right, boys and girls, let's get to this week's episode. There was a lot there. I'm glad we like surfed through it. The tides were trying to pull us down. We're like, no, we're fucking fighting. We're swimming.
Swimmers. Athletes.
This week's episode. Let's give it up. Let's give it up to this week's episode. Congratulations, this week's episode. Wow.
Well-rounded.
It really was. Hold on. Before, we might have overreacted. I'm sorry. Mixie, we need to get the, can you get your checklist out of what makes a good challenge episode? And we'll just make sure that, if you can just get that out real quick, and then.
Let me just, I have it right here. Do you want me to go through it?
Yeah, go through it, and then we'll talk it out and make sure we got it. And then, and then we can give it applause again at the end if because we might have overreacted. Okay. I'm looking at the list and it's looking pretty good. Let's go through them. Comedy. Oh, check.
Hookups.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, Michelle, but oh, yeah.
Cast members telling the camera people what to do.
Oh, Olivia, congratulations. That's 3. Off to a great start.
Great daily.
Yeah. I think it was pretty damn good. That's 4.
I didn't love the daily itself, but I liked what happened during it. So
yes,
I'll give it to him.
Yeah. There may be a quote of the week as part of that. So stay tuned. So we're 4 for 4.
Nightclub or pool party?
5.
Unexpected elimination results.
Big time. That is 6
Huge.
right there, my friend. And I would say, technically, I should give you 7 because you got me a double unexpected elimination result.
Yep.
So we are 7 for 6, which I think is not able to be done in math, but we don't math. So
We don't math.
we're already ahead of the game. 7.
Mr. TJ in a fire fit. Obviously.
That rainbow shirt was amazing.
Oh,
I love it.
Need it.
Got it. All right.
Someone calling out Josh.
9. Can we make it a perfect 10?
People yelling at each other and security coming in and Michelle being in the back trying to hydrate like a queen she is. That's exactly what happened.
That's exactly what happened. Yeah, congratulations episode. Oh my God, air horns. Wow. I'm glad we checked our list. I'm really glad we checked our list.
Me too.
You know, I just want to make sure that we're not like too positive on this show, you know? Just want to make sure we are.
People say that all the time. They're like, God, they're just so positive all the time.
So positive. I have a really tough job listening to them because they're so positive.
Yeah, those are the comments we get for sure.
Okay. Here's where you come in, community.
Mm-hmm.
Stay tuned for this because this is going to be great. As everybody remembers, because I'm sure you listened to last week's episode, right before you listened to this week's episode, she made sure you were all caught up on all the happenings.
Duh.
Mix, remember last week we said, hey, we're going to give it one more episode to see if the flashback clips at the beginning of the episode are our new previously on the challenge.
Mm-hmm.
And what did you say? You said give it one more week. And what happened this week, Mix? What?
We got it again. It was Cyrus going on a rant.
Great. Honestly, a rant that I forgot happened. And I'm happy about it.
I liked that they gave it to us.
Season
it was
8, Inferno, or as my old roommate and college buddy used to call it, Inferno. He goes, the challenge, Inferno. So shout out to him. And so this week, boys and girls, I would like to introduce to you our new game going forward, our new previously on the challenge, which is what season is it? Okay?
Ooh.
I look forward to them not doing it this week now because we've brought it up. We've put it in the atmosphere. We've manifested, right?
I don't think we can, but sure.
We'll try. So here's what we're going to do. Each week, me and Mix are going to pick a season that we think the clip's going to come from. It is impossible to pick one quote would be almost way harder than previously on the challenge.
Yeah, which we also never got.
Yeah. True. We're going to pick a season that we think the quote might come from. Mm-hmm. And then if we win, we get bragging rights for the week. And here's how you are involved. Each week, you, the hotties, people in the YouTube comment section, are going to pick a season as well. Mm-hmm. You're just going to go to the comment section and you're going to pick a season. You only get to pick one season. So pick a season that you think the quote for that week might be from. If you get it correct, I'm going to just tell you, there's some prize for you.
I know what the prize is.
She does. There is a tangible physical prize that you will receive from the number one. That prize may be rolled out next week. We might show you. Maybe we don't even tell you what that is. And we just get your shipping information and it ends up at your house. And everybody's wondering, what the fuck did the number one send?
It's anthrax.
I kind of like that idea better. Not the anthrax idea that Mixie said at the same time, but
I think the anthrax would be fun.
For a brief moment until we all end up in jail.
How would they know it was us?
Because we just told them.
Sure.
Allegedly. That's how the mail works.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, that's how the mail works. Hey, I'd like to send this letter of anthrax. How much is the shipping on it?
Oh, I'm excited, though. This will be fun. This will be a fun game for everybody. And I will say the prize is worth it. So you should guess. Limit one guess per comment.
That is true.
Or per
can't,
account.
Per person. Yeah, you can't like Christmas tree and put in all of them.
I would have done that. That's how I thought to say that out loud, was I would have just commented every season that existed.
Can't do that. Now, if we have multiple people, there will be a random drawing of the people who got the season number right, and that one person will be contacted.
I'm ready to give my season.
Yeah. Oh, you're going to do yours now? Okay. Go ahead.
32.
Great. I love it. I don't even know what season that is. I don't either. I'm going to go 24.
Okay.
24. Season 24 for me. Should we write these down on the official record so we know?
Probably.
Okay. Steven had 24. Shout out Jack Bauer. And Mixie had, what one did you have? 32?
32. 32. Hut hike.
32. 32. 32 blue. 32 blue. Omaha hike. So that's what it is. We will see how that goes next week. Let's see the comment section pop off.
Excited.
Let's get to the episode. Ladies and gentlemen, Queen Olivia starts the episode by going, how can I get my name on the number one again? How can I just sit here and get my name on the number one? I don't know. Maybe I could just call Josh out real quick. And I'm like, that's how you do it.
What the fuck was Josh saying?
Do we ever know?
No. And quite frankly, I don't care. But it was the very beginning of the episode, so I was locked in. And I heard him say words in a sentence that made no sense. Who is this mythical creature that is giving Josh this information randomly? He was so vague. It didn't make any sense. And also like that doesn't excuse anything. Like like I said 2 weeks ago, CT was always on the fucking table. He was always on the table. When you offered to say that you were going to nominate yourself to be a target, he was a possibility.
Sorry about it.
And that also goes to John A as well. Her like bitching about how she's not going to nominate herself. I'm sorry. But like if you want to work as a team, that is the way to do it.
Listen, I get John A's point because I think she feels like she doesn't have an alliance there. So like there's the possibility that no matter what, even if you nominate yourself, if you don't nominate yourself, somebody else is going to like say you instead, which is exactly what happened this week. I think you take the risk once a week, and then theoretically, if everybody else is playing by the same rules, you're going to get 2-3 weeks off. If everybody else is playing by the same rules, right?
Yeah.
If you start not playing by the rules, people are going to go, she's not a team player. Let's just say her yet again and again and again and again and again until you can show that you're a team player. And honestly, that's what we saw happen with Laurel this week. You're going to throw the daily? We'll put your ass in.
As it was deserved. That was a beautiful full circle moment. Although hilarious, she threw the daily. I think it's funny.
Hilarious. I mean, smart brain move, but you have to understand, like, my thing about throwing is like, if people know you're throwing, you're not throwing right.
Correct. Your enemy is the one tattling on you. How the hell does she know this?
That's true.
Like, you're doing a bad job.
Here's the problem. Laurel may not have seen our season 38 finale where Anissa rolled her ankle in a wooded situation, much like we saw today in this episode. Could have been real easy to just roll an ankle real quick, Laurel, and be like, hey, I'm trying, but I rolled my ankle. And then later on the day, you're fine.
Yeah.
Idea. Just, there you go.
Like, fake
an injury. fake an injury. You know what I mean?
How
Flop.
dare you? How dare
Flop.
you act like Anissa faked an injury? That would be a ridiculous statement.
I have to say, I don't know if you've seen it. Did you see Red's new video?
Oh, yes. I cried.
Cried.
The man doesn't miss.
Cried at the Anissa full body cast thing. Cried. Shout out Red, the fucking GOAT of challenge YouTube. I don't know how he does it. If you keep listening to this podcast and you're not watching Red's content, get out of here and go watch that shit. It's fucking,
but then
it's the best stuff on the internet. Yeah, please come back.
It's great.
Please come back.
We love Red.
In this moment, like they were talking to Kyland. Kyland's like, oh, this is the second time I've been so like. Kyland is like, they're back home and he's like wearing the cuck band already. He's like, I just got to wear this around the house. I've been cucked. And I'm like, nobody else is wearing the band, my guy.
He loves it.
He loves it.
He does. He does.
You think he does? You think he's just like getting off on this? He's like, it's me.
I'm the guy. I do. I think he likes it.
Okay. Number one guy in the group, apparently. He's got that energy. I'm the number one guy in the group.
I don't know about that, but.
Let's move to one of the things that defines whether this is a great episode of the challenge or not. Whether there is a barbecue pool party situation. We got one, man.
We best.
Definitely got one.
Yes, we did. And it was beautiful.
It was so beautiful. I have something before we get into the specifics about this, and I think we've talked about this before. Cookout, you going hot dog, you going hamburger. If you could only have one, because obviously the move is one of each. We all know that.
I'm more of like a feeling on the day situation / you got to be checking that barbecue before you start putting stuff in your mouth. The amount of people I know that have like gotten sick from a barbecue because they were like, oh, I don't think the hot dogs were good anymore. You got to be looking at that shit.
Yeah, that sounds like some Ohio logic right there.
That is Ohio logic. You can't trust anybody.
Yeah.
I would say gun to head, I'm going burger.
Okay.
But I would probably split between hot dog and burger.
To me, you're right. I feel like normally I'd probably go hot dog because I feel like it's easier to get a burger somewhere. Like,
that's
really
true.
the only, I could go to like 7-Eleven and get a hot dog, but like, that's not really happening. Getting that like grill, like burnt hot dog situation is just like, put me some ketchup on there. I know people just lost their mind because I said ketchup on a hot dog. Calm down. You're not going to change my mind. Deal with it.
Well, you're saying the word wrong, so that's why I was internally freaking out.
Ketchup?
Ketchup.
Huh?
You're saying ketchup. You said ketchup. It's ketchup.
Ketchup. Ketchup.
No, you're saying cat. It's
ketchup.
Ketchup.
Ketchup. No?
Ketchup. Yeah, you were saying ketchup.
Ketchup.
No,
like,
it's not cat. It's not a cat. It's a catch.
Ketchup.
Ketchup.
I don't know if I'm saying it right or wrong anymore. Hold on.
Anyways,
I've been saying this wrong the entire time of my life. Can I get some ketchup?
It's ketchup.
It sounds like the exact same thing. You're saying the same thing, and I'm going crazy because I think you're trying to fuck with me. You're saying, no, you said ketchup, but it's really ketchup. And I'm like, it sounds the exact same to me right now.
No, you just said it wrong twice. You're saying ketchup. It's ketchup. Ket, not cat. Ket.
Ketchup.
Ketchup. Ketchup.
Ketchup.
Ketchup.
Ketchup.
Now the word is just, it sounds like it's a different language.
I swear you were fucking with me.
We beat it to a pulp.
I swear you were fucking with me and said it the same way both times.
Roll the tape back. It's ketchup, not catch-up.
Ketchup.
Ketchup. No? Try again.
Ketchup.
Ketchup.
Oh, God.
There you go.
That was right?
That was right. You were saying catch up before. Now it's ketchup, and that's correct. And now this word sounds so weird.
Ketchup. Ketchup.
There you go.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I was saying
we've done it.
Ketchup before? Like a cat?
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
It probably was.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was not really that.
Now you know. There we go.
You know what?
We're back at the barbecue.
That might be the first time that you have taught me something about how to say something or learning on this podcast. I've learned and grown so much. It's usually me being
Succubus?
All right, twice, at least twice.
I get no credit for anything that I do.
I forgot about succubus.
How could you forget about succubus?
I think that's one
I never get any credit. I'm always the idiot. And I'm always the one that's like, oh, you don't know where gas comes from, you stupid bitch? Yeah, I don't. Fuck you.
I don't know the difference between a sea and an ocean.
And I stand by, they're the same fucking thing. I will die on that hill.
They're both bodies of water, yes. But distinctively, there's two different things. You don't get the thing that we talked about before the rest of the episode started? We won't.
What? Oh, rivers and lakes?
Yeah.
They're the same thing. It's just the width is different.
No, not that. Definitely not that.
Is one freshwater? No, no. See, I'm right back into the same thing. Who gives a shit? I don't care. I don't care. Am I gonna stop breathing like Steven is because I don't know the difference between a sea and a lake and an ocean and a river? I don't give a fuck. Okay? I don't.
Back to the barbecue.
I will continue to be incredible, and I don't need to know the difference between those things. I know how to say ketchup correctly.
Touche.
Eat shit.
Succubus.
I loved this barbecue.
It was so good.
I wanted to be there. It was wholesome.
That's what I was going to say. It just felt like, we're just hanging out, playing pickleball. Mm-hmm. I mean, Laurel and Cara were playing pickleball with each other. I was like,
how
look at
forced
friendship.
Was that? How many rifles were on the roof? Like, do it.
Here's what you don't know.
We need to see you guys play nice so we can use it later.
Cara was playing with somebody else and Laurel was playing with somebody else, and they just edited it to make it look like they were playing with each other.
Steven, if that is true, I would not be surprised.
Bing, 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 bing.
It's highly likely.
Bing, 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 bing.
I would not be surprised.
I want to put my 3 favorite things out there of the barbecue, and you rank them from most favorite to least favorite. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
There was multiple things, but I'm going to go with 3.
Okay.
Kyland and Naya making out. Poor Josh. R.I.P.
Poor Melissa.
Unbelievable.
Disgusting.
Disgusting.
Which one of us?
Chicken shit.
Disgusting.
Disgusting.
Good stuff.
Okay.
So that's one.
Number 2, Emily in a bikini throwing and catching a football.
Athlete.
Hot.
Moonwater.
Hot. Smash. Good God. I mean, if somebody would be like, what's the ideal like body shape for somebody like that? I'd be like, her. I mean,
yeah.
Unbelievable. Okay. And number 3, Theo opening a champagne bottle, having him talk about how you have to be very careful when you're opening a champagne bottle not to do something bad. And Corey and Jenny ducking around him. Great content.
Oh, I'm going to put Emily last because I'm not attracted to her like you are.
Okay. Fair.
The Kyland and Naya thing I'll put second.
Okay.
How did you literally just said the last one and I already forgot.
Theo opening the champagne bottle.
Theo.
Yes.
Fantastic. Absolutely 10 out of 10.
If you don't know, people, he damaged and almost is blind in one eye because he was at a club and opened a champagne bottle and popped himself in the eye. If you don't know, now you know.
Steven, I think that I have a better a better number one than any of the ones that you had.
How is that even possible?
Because I look for asses. And Ryan was in a Speedo, shaking it at the barbecue, obviously becoming this week's
Ass
of the week. Of the week. The form, the fit, all of it.
Wow.
Made the barbecue what it was.
That is
I love
fantastic. Like, the barbecue was great. I wanted to be there. I felt a little FOMO, that we weren't invited. Mistake, because we would have brought a fucking party, obviously.
I am a killer at a day party.
And when you have a good day party, what usually happens in the evening, Mix? Like, what? Things get a little weird, right? Things get a little squirrely, right?
They do.
Yeah.
But they get so good for us. We got the Michelle and Devin content we have been waiting for. Oh my God, guys, my heart bursted.
And it couldn't have been done any better. If you would have asked me and Mix to be like, what would be the best scenario? And I'd be like, you know what? It would be like, what would be funny is if like nobody was really expecting it and like Olivia saw it and like told the camera guy to like look over there. It's happening, right? And pointing it out. And then the camera person swings over and you catch the tail end. To me, my favorite part of this, Mixie, and I want to know if you felt the same way. It's they both come up and Michelle is like, sees the camera and is like,
well, Michelle was litty titty during this entire thing, which was also incredible. Like, it just was so good. When she was like, you gonna go get a beer? I'll go with you.
That was phenomenal.
I'll go with you get beer.
I'm gonna go get beer. Do you want to get a beer with me?
You're going to get beers? How come?
We can go get beer.
Beer?
Do you need beer? I would need beer.
It was great. And then for them to cap that whole situation off with a little clip of them in the same bed.
It just like Olivia pointing that out. I was like, oh, we're going to see Olivia and Theo. He's like, I grew up in a whole different country. I was like, oh, what's he going to talk about? And Olivia's like, which is going to be a great gif, which is going to break the meme of that.
It absolutely needs to be.
I've already made it. You can go get it.
Good.
It's on our Twitter right now if you want to save it and use it for other things. At The Right Reality.
Hell yeah.
Go use it. Share it to your little heart's delight. It's fantastic. And then just the cap, you're right, was them in bed. But right before that, they get up and they're leaving after like, hey, you want a beer? And Olivia goes, hey, where you guys going? Where are you guys going? She's like, we're gonna go get beer. And Olivia goes,
and separate beds.
Yeah. Olivia goes, later, lovers.
Later, lovers.
Great.
I love it.
So
good.
Fantastic. So goddamn good. I was like, are they just not going to show us this relationship? And then
it was worth the wait.
It was definitely worth the wait.
Do I think they could have put that clip earlier in the season and we would have no idea? Yeah, but it's fine.
It's fine. It's fine.
It's fine.
We're positive.
I'm going to take what I was given. Yeah.
We will.
Well, and then after that whole situation, Bananas was talking about how, he's not interested in anybody there. He's not going to do anything. And then he says that he has squirrels. I don't know what is my personal issue. I love my father and he loves me. I don't have any issues there. So I'm trying to figure out why I'm attracted to bananas lately.
Oh.
But I am. The squirrel thing really, really got to me, though. So this is a little insider on Mixie.
Okay.
People are going to think I'm crazy, but I have to share this. I think it's important to discuss these things.
Okay. I don't know what's coming, boys and girls. I do not know what's coming here.
I know for a fact that this is my fourth life. I know it is. The first life I had, I'm not entirely sure about it. The third life I had, I was an old man in Boston.
Oh, that's right.
I remember it.
I remember us having this conversation once before, and I was like, oh my goodness.
And the second life I had, I was a squirrel in Detroit. I know I was a squirrel in Detroit. I have vivid memories of being a squirrel in Detroit. And I just felt like this was him telling me that he knew that and that he gets me. So Bananas, I'm in. DM me. Let's talk about our squirrels.
I have so many
questions.
questions.
A squirrel, but you could tell me about your squirrels, and we'll chat squirrels because I was one in Detroit.
In like modern day Detroit?
I mean, I don't know exactly what it was. There were cars. The more I'm thinking about it, they were like the older cars. So probably like 100 years ago. I don't know history.
But then you just like took over being an old man. Like you weren't a young man in your third life. You were just an old man.
I'm sure I was. But the only thing that is registering to me is I was an old man in Boston. I went to the same coffee shop every day and I sat there and people watched. I'm still unsure about what my first life was.
I don't think the timeline
but I know it
adds
existed.
up. The timeline doesn't seem like it adds up at all.
Obviously, I was a boy and all of these things, but I don't remember that part of that life. The only part I remember is being an old man in Boston.
Okay.
I was a little chubby. I had gray white hair, and I loved a nice little latte at my coffee shop. And now I'm Mixie. This is my fourth life.
Okay.
I don't know about the first one though. So if there's any mediums or anyone that can tell me what my first life was, but I know I was a squirrel.
Should we have one of them come on? If one of you guys are, I feel like people are going to make up their mediums. Never mind.
Make shit up, but that's fine. I'll take it, and I'll know because I know.
Okay.
I was a squirrel in Detroit.
Wow. Just wow.
Important.
It really was. It really it gave perspective.
It hit my heart, and now I want to talk to Johnny Bananas about squirrels.
Okay. Wow. That's what we should talk about if he ever stops ducking our interview requests.
Now he's going to come on because he knows that I used to be a squirrel and he loves his squirrels.
Yeah. Okay. Wow. Extra special glimpse into the life of Mixie. And I think we're all better for it. 100%. Again,
I needed to get it off my chest.
The timeline for me is not really adding up, but I'm choosing.
I don't understand how it's not adding up.
That's why I asked about the cars. Is it modern day Detroit? You said they were old timey cars, which
they were old timey cars.
Again,
because I was on the power lines, and I remember looking down at them. I loved the power lines,
as most squirrels do. If there were, this is way off topic, but
it's
who gives a shit? We're in. If there were old timey cars, I'm trying to think when old timey cars first came around. Well,
I don't history, so that I can't help you with that. But what's the lifespan of a squirrel? 4 years?
Well, then you were an old man. How old was the old man? 80?
Yeah, he was up there. I was up there.
Okay, so we go back 80 years from now, and we're in. Oh God! Now we're trying to math at the same time.
Don't do this.
80, 20, 60, 1960. Maybe you were born as no, because you're this age now. So I have to go back from your age now to where you were born and then go back from there.
So
and then
subtract another 29. That tracks.
So somebody do the math for us.
Early 1940s is when I would have been born as an old man?
Maybe?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I was a squirrel before that.
And you were a squirrel before that. I'm trying to think when the Model T America first. Were you talking car or the boom, 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 car? The
I'm gonna need a more technical term than that.
We'll just move on. We're losing people, I'm sure. People are like, what the fuck? This is the
sorry,
first time I've watched them. What's going on? No, great squirrel content. Great squirrel content. We've fulfilled our yearly quota of squirrel content on this podcast now. And honestly,
let's keep moving.
I want to keep talking about squirrels, but I know other people don't.
Probably not. I mean, I know I was a squirrel. Anyways, so let's talk
I
about
love how we're like, we'll move on. I was definitely a squirrel. And then you tried to push forward. You're like, just in case you think I'm crazy, I was definitely a squirrel. I know 100% for a fact. I don't think I've ever been anything else. I don't think I've ever had that. Okay.
It could be your first life. There we go. Let's talk about things the internet wants to talk about, which is the Vacation Alliance being called the Vacation Alliance. You know what's the most Vacation Alliance way to handle the fact that they've been called the Vacation Alliance? Getting mad.
I'm sorry. I'm sitting here thinking that you're on life 4 and I'm on life 1. And I feel...
I'm older than you.
Wow. Yes. What a weird segment. What a weird, like, the Vacation Alliance is now a real thing as far as I'm concerned. Because...
Oh, it's in the document.
It's documented on the show. Like, there was a whole ass conversation where they mentioned it by name and other people were asked to comment on it. Yep. It wasn't just like, oh, they're in like an alliance. And it's like, yeah, the Vacation Alliance. People said it on the show. Yeah, and it was an open discussion. And there was interviews about, what do you think about the Vacation Alliance? They're like, well, the Vacation Alliance. The only thing we were missing, Mixie, was a fucking graphic. Where's our graphic department this year? Sleeping at the wheel. Where are you at?
Although we did get random unnecessary Laurel name tags at points during the daily. They were still there to make sure that the screen that was only showing one person, which was clearly Laurel, we were told that it was Laurel. Thank you for that.
I think we've discovered something new. Breaking news into the Right Reality podcast right here. I just got this memo. You can see it. It's a real thing. It's in my hand. This memo in from the nameless, fameless producer over here, which is not a real person, says we need to go back to the checklist to understand what makes a great episode, and we need to put in random call-outs that do not help the show whatsoever. Those need to be added. And guess what? This episode fucking had it. So it's still a great episode.
Of course.
Add it to the record.
It's on the record. Let the record reflect.
It was great. It was like they're talking about the Vacation Alliance. I'm like, do they know they're on TV right now? Did they know they like left this in the edit? Great idea.
This was also the most I've heard from Casey.
Greaseback Monday.
She said a singular sentence this whole episode. Shouts out, Greaseback Monday.
Yeah, you made it in.
This show. Thank you for everything that you're not doing.
Honestly, we need to have an unsung episode, unsung hero of the episode, and it's the person that we heard from the least. And let me tell you right now, it's either going to be Avery, Greaseback Bum Babe, or Vive. Those are the 3 options every week.
I forgot if Vive even existed.
Sneaky.
Oh, God.
She's going to win this whole fucking show. Watch.
I hope she does. I hope she does. That would be so nice.
Wouldn't that be
so nice? Definitely don't message me and tell me who won.
Stop. Somebody's going to... Don't do it, you guys. Come on. Integrity of journalisms. Please.
Uh-huh. I'm not looking for it.
Oh, God. Let's move on. Okay. The daily. We're at the daily. We're deep into this recording, and we're only at the daily. Oh, yep. Daily time.
Let's cuck up.
We're not cucks, okay? These C's don't stand for cuck. They stand for captains and not cucks, okay? We're getting our armbands on.
Cocks?
We're getting our armbands on. Armbands.
It's at Sanford.
Oh, God. I remember how bad this hurt last time. Ugh. Oh, God. This is bad.
I don't want to.
It's bad radio.
I don't want to make you feel bad.
I've lost my headphones. I have no idea what you're saying.
I'm already in.
Ah!
All right, we're ready for the daily, and so is Mr. TJ. Fit absolute gas. I need that shirt.
Drop a link, my guy. Influence.
Yeah.
Drop a link.
Yeah.
I'm gonna. You know what? Next week or tomorrow when the episode airs, I'm gonna be like, drop the link where you got this shirt. Drop it.
Need the shirt.
Need
it. Absolutely.
I don't want it. I need it. Bring it to me.
But you know what speaking of fits, you know what I didn't understand?
No.
What I don't need?
What?
Why the fuck are we wearing knee pads and elbow pads to carry a Y-shaped stick through the woods?
In case you run into a tree by accident? I don't know.
There was a shot of I think it was Devin in the front, and he looked like a kid that was like at a birthday party at a rollerblading rink, and his mom was like, I don't know if you're gonna be able to do this. The knee pads were like too big for him.
Yeah.
It was just like, it was such an eyesore.
He's constantly like trying to like pull him up.
I get the helmets. I understand that. That's safety. Good for you. Why are we wearing knee pads?
That I don't know.
The whole time I just kept being like, and they're like pulling on him. Like you were saying, they're like trying to keep him up. Like it was just embarrassing.
They're like this. They're
like, why are we all in knee pads and elbow pads? We're carrying a stick through the woods.
I just love this idea of the daily because, like, fundamentally, it's so easy. But, like, I think they sat there and they're like, what could be the easiest way we could get everybody to yell at each other? Let's try to make them all do something at the same time where they have to hold on. How about we have, like, a giant stick they have to carry through the woods?
Yeah.
And we happen to find some woods in this country we're in that is like a tree farm. And, like, all the rows are, like, they're laid out, so it is physically possible, but it would still be very tough.
I didn't love the concept of this daily, but like I said in the beginning, I liked what we got out of it. Air One, Choke City, screaming at each other.
Awful.
Laurel throwing the challenge. Like, I mean,
they all
it
knew.
gave us so much. Jordan screaming at Tori, and then we never heard anything more about that ever the rest of the episode.
I like how she set it up. She was like, I'm on a team with my fiance. And I was like, oh, he's going to yell at you. It's going to be great.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. They teed it up, they showed it, and then nothing happened after that.
One of my favorite parts of this daily was at the very beginning where for some reason they were like, let's talk to Josh about what he thinks the best strategy for this is.
Why did Josh get so much airtime this week? It sucked.
And then his solution, he goes, I think the best solution for our team winning is me basically shutting up. And I was like, how are you right? How do you know that that's the real answer to this?
And then all of a sudden they won.
Yeah. Amazing.
Crazy how that works.
Has he got it figured out now? I'm concerned.
No.
He's got it figured out.
No.
Okay.
Not in the cards.
Okay.
It's fucking Josh.
Okay. All right. I'm sorry. I got a little too over my skis. It is only my first life, so I apologize.
I understand. I'll give you that benefit of the doubt there. You don't have the years of being a squirrel. I get it.
There you go. The wherewithal and the life experience of being an old man at the same cafe drinking his latte, people watching, which sounds fun, by the way. It's all I want to do.
Yeah, it was great.
Honestly, that should be what I ask a girl to do on the first date. You want to just like go to the mall and make fun of people? That's how I would know. I'd be like, oh, she can like a little improv. We do like voices about the people walking by. Oh,
yeah.
Great idea, Steve.
That's it. There you go. That's also exciting and way more fun than
coffee.
Whatever the hell they're. Yeah.
You want to go on a coffee date? Not really. I don't feel like shitting my pants on the way home because I had coffee at 3 p.m. on a Saturday. Okay. Doing it in the morning when I'm regular. Let's be honest here. The best part of this daily, however, came at the end. When CT and Tina started yelling at each other. Oh my God. How great was this?
It was so good because it was so full circle and they immediately were like, sorry.
Sorry about that. And they're like, what's going on?
I get that, though.
We tried to do that, Tina. We fucking tried to do that. It wasn't going to fit there. And here we go. And our quote of the week winner, Tina, what's your response to that?
Cell technique.
Well, how else are you going to get it through? It's too small, Tina.
Bob and weave,
It's
bitch.
too small.
Bob and weave.
It's too small.
She's not a real person.
I fucking love Tina. I love Tina so much. I love her. Put her on every season.
The fact that I want Tina to be on this podcast right now so we can give her praise is great. But honestly, the longer she's not on the podcast, the better it is for us because
it means she's on the show still.
More content from Tina. It's just great.
And it's so good.
She gets
Oh my
it.
God. I just realized we're not going to get any more CT pro tips.
Oh no. Mixie, our last CT pro tip was him saying keep it simple, and he didn't keep it simple during the elimination.
I No. No, he didn't. Sad. But before we get to the elimination, we have to take our cuck bands off.
I'm so
And
sad. I'm so sad right
I
now.
want to go to the chambers. You love the chambers. Chamber time.
Hey, so you can have the chamber. Just go in the chamber by yourself. I'll be out here making fun of people on the street and mourning the loss. You know what?
I mourn.
Hold on.
I mourn with you.
I have an issue. They didn't give him a exit CT pro tip. We didn't get a final CT pro tip. They couldn't get him to go, I got one more pro tip for you on my way out, and say something.
Don't lose in the elimination.
Don't think you can win every elimination and then they give you fucking hammer and nails.
I love him. It's sad. I need to talk about the chamber, though. I know you don't want to, but I need to.
I'll take a break while you talk about the chamber.
Okay. Earlier in the episode, we all saw Nehemiah trying to make a deal with Devin. Nehemiah then goes around and tries to make deals with other people, acting like he didn't try to make a deal with Devin. Mistake. You don't fucking do that to our guy, Devin. No. So Devin calls his ass out in the chamber. Hilarious. And then Nehemiah shushes him.
Who wins? You don't want to say our name.
And I immediately, what did I think of? Did you just shush? Did you just shush me?
Okay. What the hell was that?
And then this guy, he shushes me.
This is a douchebag who goes around shushing people that he doesn't even know. Yeah. That a grown man shushed me. We demand satisfaction from this person, okay?
I was losing it. I'm just like, Always Sunny, that entire episode. Just when they're at the fucking police station, hilarious. But he was like doing it. He's doing it like this.
As if you had him do this gesture. Oh my God! When the man assaulted us,
He hit him with the full blown like shh, and I had to pause because I was dying, and I was like, Devin, please quote it. Please quote it. He didn't do it, unless he did, and they cut it.
Our name.
I fucking lost my shit when he got shushed. I lost it.
Who wins? You don't want to say our name.
Imagine being a grown man shushing another grown man. Like, you going, hey, like, there's a wrestler who does it, but that's an act. This was like this is a grown man doing it to another grown man with a woman in the middle. He's got to reach across a beautiful woman to shush another man.
Well, he really didn't, because Emily was like, she was falling out of her chair.
Emily was working on her best yoga pose, like backwards dog, and just
she was. The shush came out of left field, and I was fucking crying.
I just
so funny.
The chamber's trying me. It's trying. Here's again how we know we're the number one. I just realized this on the spot mix. Again, the number one doing number one things. I sit here and I go, I don't want to talk about the chamber. The chamber sucks. The chamber's awful. Last week, Derek's like, can I approach the bench, Your Honor? And like, does like a full ass fucking SNL sketch. And then this week, there's a grown man shushing another grown man. They're like, we're going to get you to talk about it, Steve. And right now, really close.
And again, I'm going to give Kyland, I'm going to give this to Kyland. I'm liking Kyland more and more. Olivia flips over the whatever the hell, the sand thing. And Kyland goes, that's powerful. It's so sarcastically. Great. It's the stupidest thing ever. I thank you for making fun of it. Hilarious.
Here's what would happen. You're telling me, production, if they kept shushing each other back and forth and the sand ran out, that production would go, okay, Olivia, you need to tell everybody time's up, and they're not going to roll on that? No!
Yeah.
No
the
way!
whole thing is stupid. But that's kind of why I'm liking the chamber. It's so dumb. It's like spitting on its head to be fucking funny as hell.
I did kind of just talk about the chamber, but I talked about the lunacy. We're close. I'm like I'm right on the edge. You got one more good week of chambering, and I might be on the chamber.
Could you say that the chamber is edging you?
How dare you? How dare you?
I mean, you gave me all the words. I just put them in the correct order.
I mean,
oh man.
I mean, if you know, you know, and Mixie's not wrong. She's not wrong. The problem is
leave the edging of the
they're going to
chamber.
edge me for a week, and that's really unfair. That's really unfair. That's just really messed up. Okay?
Yeah, that's fucked up.
You're going to edge, you got to come back like pretty soon after, okay?
Mm-hmm.
You just can't be like, I'll see you next week. Excuse me? Who the fuck are you?
Yeah, you can't be
Can't
that
do
guy.
that. Can't
Don't
do
be
that.
that guy.
Don't be that guy. Okay.
Did you just shush me? So good.
Michelle and Laurel.
So good.
Michelle and Laurel. Wow.
And Cara.
Well, the Cara part came second with that. Wow. The beginning of this was nutso. I was like, Michelle, why are you trying to talk to Laurel? And I have a really strong feeling here. Michelle didn't seek out Laurel. I'm just going to throw it out there that Michelle wasn't just walking around and be like, hey, Laurel, you want to talk? Don't think that happened for various
yeah,
reasons.
I mean, it was a weird edit, and all of a sudden she was in there
Yeah.
talking to her. So who knows?
I don't think that's how it went down. I just got a feeling, no inside information. Just saying, I don't think that's the way it went down. Seems a little weird.
Laurel makes it very hard to like her.
Especially this season. Like, I was like last season on All Stars, I was like, okay, like, you have a likable Laurel. Now it's just like, she's a bully. She's like a little bully, you know, with
Laurel is a bully.
Like a little bully action here. And I'm just like, what this was just didn't feel necessary. Was my
why?
thing.
I think that she just had too much power too early, and it's all gone to her head, and now she just like thinks her shit doesn't stink.
Coming off an All Stars 4 win, and she's like, now I threw this, and now Emily's gonna go in, and who knows like what could happen, even though Emily's never lost
with
one.
Jordan, yeah, all of it.
I'm the puppet master on this show right now.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
I'm the one pulling the strings, and I'm gonna do everything I can to make this work for me. It was, I don't know. It felt a little cruel in a way. I don't know. Like at first I was like, oh, this is pretty funny. And then I was like, oh, and especially the next thing with Cara and Laurel, I was like, oh my God. But I was like, this is weird. And then Cara stepped in. I was like, yes, female friendship. Let's go.
Mm-hmm.
She was like, I can see like younger me and like what I would have told younger me. And it brought it to your mind.
Yeah. It was really sweet. I really liked it. And Laurel's like, Cara put herself in this and she's not involved. I'm like, dude, you're being an asshole to this girl that's just trying to be like, hey, what the hell did I ever do to you? Yeah. You're being a bitch. She's just being a good person and being like, hey, I'll be your friend. You're good. Don't worry about it.
Laurel's argument against Michelle is what? She said, you put me in on, was it Spies, Lies, and Allies? Or
Ride or Dies.
Ride or Dies. You put me in on Ride or Dies. Yeah, that was like 3 seasons ago now, my guy.
That's what I'm saying. She just holds all of these grudges. I don't even understand how like she has space in her brain to remember all of this.
It's very strange because she does things sometimes that's like so likable, and you're like, I like this. I like this strong woman who's like trying to show like I can hang with the boys and compete at a high level. Like I'm an attractive person, but it's more than just that. I can do everything. I'm great. Like people think that Cara's the big person of the show, that she's the Mount Rushmore, that, you know, people are talking about Tori being it. It's me. I'm that person. Give some respect on my name. And I love that. But then this happens and it's like, no.
Yep.
That is going to push everyone who is kind of coming on your side away. And that was the difficult thing, because it's like she threw you in a couple seasons ago. That's how the game works. I understand if like you made a deal with her and then like she Sarah Riced you at the end with bananas. Mm-hmm. That's different. But it's like during the normal course of play, you guys didn't know each other at that point. So it's so weird to like come back and hang on to this so much later. Like, just let it go. Like, you don't have bigger fish to fry?
And then we find Michelle in yet another ramen situation
Oh,
where
my
two
God.
people are arguing and she's just there.
Trying to hydrate. Looked like she just came back from a workout. Her face was all red. Just trying to get a workout in. Let me get some water. Let me get some fluids in me. And then just
Let her
like
live, guys.
came back to a bad situation. And it goes off. Wow.
I still don't really understand what even was happening, but
I think there's obviously like there was a lot of pent up stuff that had never come out between these two in this situation. I think it was what really switched seemed to be, and I could be wrong, that she said, "Oh, I never had your back. I never had your back." Like, she came back, "I never had your back. I was there for you." And they flashed back, and I was like, "Go, that's like 18 fucking seasons ago now."
again, I just like, and then the amount of things that she's done to say that she's had her back and then she threw her in the very first chance she got. Like, no, you're referring to something that happened forever ago. We're referring to right this fucking second.
20 years ago, where I like supported you that one time, even though we were on a season called Rivals.
Yep.
So we didn't like each other to begin with. So I supported you because you were my partner and I wanted to win. Okay. And then you do this. It was just like the viciousness of it. It was just like it felt like so hurtful. And it was all just rushing out of her so easily. Like, it all just, and I was just like, at first I was like, oh my God, this is great. And then at the end, I don't know if you got the same feeling or the hotties got the same feeling, but I was like, I kind of wanted to be like just like duck between my like sheets and be like, I don't think I should be watching this. This feels weird. Security was there.
All of the shots of everybody like running.
I think there was a shot of Corey, and Corey was like, oh my God.
That was great.
But what I think is very important is you see after that, like all the people, like Team Cara, like seeing, I thought we were past the days, honestly, of like seeing a sad, like crying Cara. I thought like we had seen her like mature, that she's strong enough, that all this stuff is going to roll off her back. And honestly, like in a weird way, it humanized her again, because I thought she had like moved on. And I think that was some of the reasons people had turned off her, is like, we liked you when you were like, we feel like you needed us to root for
an
you.
underdog.
Yeah. And now you seem so strong and great that you don't need us. And we're great. We're releasing you into the wild. And then everybody's like supporting her. I thought it was just so, it was so great. It was so weird. And then like Kyland's on Laurel's side. And I was like, my guy, like, nobody asked you to pick a side. Okay.
Again, I'm just like, Kyland's all over the place on my map. Sometimes I'm like, damn, he's spitting. And then other times I'm like, what the fuck are you doing?
Nobody said, hey, Kyland, pick a side real quick. You going to side with Laurel real quick? Or are you going to...
What's up, guys? It's Kyland.
Nobody asked you, my guy. You don't have to pick a side. You didn't put money on a roulette wheel and go, Cara or Laurel, let's spin the wheel and see what it is.
I don't know. It was a lot. I'm sure that this is the beginning of a bunch of this kind of stuff that's going to happen. Honestly, I hope Cara throws.
Oh, wouldn't that be great? Wouldn't that be great?
I hope Cara rallies the troops and they throw to put bananas in Laurel in. That's what I hope.
That would be great.
That would be beautiful.
It seems like there'd be some people very willing to do that at this point.
Yeah, I know. And yeah, I mean, I feel like their whole team is just like, fuck these two.
Yeah. Like it just felt so.
Nehemiah set him up to be able to do it.
Yeah. It felt unnecessary. The fight seemed unnecessary. Honestly, I don't want to be like that hot take guy. Hot take. This will be an iconic scene for the future of the challenge. What we saw will be one of those scenes in like season 60 where they show at the beginning, like we're doing this.
Yep.
We saw it happen. In the moment, we go, holy shit. This whole battle that we thought we were going to get on All-Stars 4, other than Laurel going, you don't fucking know me. We got here. It was like all that stuff, just like fucking, she ripped it off. The Mentos went in the Diet Coke, and it was just like, blah, everywhere. Insane.
It
Insane.
was
and I was like, how are we going to like relax from this. And M's like, guys, I got you.
Let's manifest with Emily.
Let's manifesting with Emily. Let's take some breathing
Yeah.
classes. Let's just all, I'm going to sit on the back of this couch, which doesn't seem to be a comfortable place to be. Everybody else is going to be on the steps. We're just going to all breathe together. Honestly, I'd sign up for a breathing class if Emily was leading it.
You and Josh.
Well, you wouldn't? You don't want to take a breathing class?
No, I breathe all day long.
But do you breathe the right way to calm yourself? Huh?
I have a pulse, so yeah, I think I'm breathing correctly. But
what
do I know?
Do you breathe and not have moon water?
I'm sorry, I was a squirrel. I don't think you're understanding that.
I really want the comment section to surprise me this week with anybody else who is sure that they had another life.
A positive.
Now, here's the thing. I don't want you in the comments being like, oh, yeah, it's my, 16th life, I was a Lamborghini.
It could be.
But I want you to be as sure as Mixie was. I want you to be as sure as Mixie was. Okay?
I know it.
I hope there was somebody else that was like, you know what? I was also a squirrel and an old man.
I can't wait. Oh, my God. We'll trade squirrel stories.
Everybody, next week
Let's
on The Right
go
Reality,
Elimination.
we're starting the episode with squirrel stories with Mix.
There was this one power line. Never mind. Okay. Elimination time.
There was not one power line. Are you kidding me? There's a power line?
Oh, I had a favorite power line. I know exactly what it looks like. I could honestly probably point it out. If I went to Detroit, I could take it. Anyway. Okay. We're
Who
playing
wants
with
to
nails.
donate? Who wants to donate this week to pay for our trip to go to Detroit to try to find Mixie's squirrel pole?
I don't need to try to find it. I know exactly what it looks like. It's mapped out in my head, obviously from an up view because I was on the power line. But I know exactly where it is. You think I'm full of shit? There was a red brick building on the corner.
I can't wait.
I know it.
There's going to be some fucking heroes this week with donations.
Honestly,
get you to
I need
Detroit.
to later I'm going to go on Google Street View and I'm going to find I'm going to find the intersection.
Oh God, can you imagine? It's like we get a whole documentary crew following us to
I'm
Detroit.
so sorry that this is derailed so
It's
much.
great.
Let's go
It's
to
great.
the elimination.
People love
We're playing
this.
with nails.
Awful. I'm sorry. I'm
Not
oh. You have Emily and CT and I have nails. Removing nails and nailing things in? What happened?
not great.
What happened before this to the thing that you tested and didn't work?
Tina?
Wow.
Holy shit.
She had to know that worked, right?
I'm assuming so because she was talking a big game about all the home renovation stuff she does. I guess she took a fuck ton of nails out of a wall one day.
Wow.
It's crazy because everybody else tried it and
Didn't
no
work.
one could even remotely accomplish it how she did it.
Which means it's a technique that she's done before where she needed to take multiple nails out of a wall that were that far out of a wall to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
And then everybody else tried it and couldn't do it. As soon as I saw those things fall like fucking bullet casings, I go, oh, M's done. M is
it was
done.
game over immediately. And then she's like, at one point she puts the hammer down, starts trying to pull the nails out with her hands. I'm like, my guy.
That just shows you how rattled she got. She was like, oh, I'm just going to pull them out because she was able to do that. I should just be able to pull them out. No, that's not how it goes. You just can't just pull them out, my guy.
Tina absolutely fucking destroyed her.
That's the first time Emily has lost an elimination.
Yeah, that's also crazy.
And
she didn't just lose; she got her fucking ass kicked.
How do you
respectfully,
because apparently there is some sort of weird hack of how you remove nails from a wall that are that far out.
It was a very niche thing that Tina somehow, for unknown reasons, was fantastic at.
She was 5 for 5 going into that. So she is now 5 for 6 on elimination. She had won every.
I mean, that's crazy. Good for her.
been in. She had beaten, let's see, she beat Belinda, Paula, Leroy, and Naomi. Wow, that goes back. Abram and Cara Maria, and Paula and Dunbar. God, I remember those ones. Holy shit. That's wild.
I mean, she should still leave with her head held high. They clearly came for her because she was good, and I would take that as a compliment. What I hated more than anything was watching CT lose.
Oh, God. And you know what?
They didn't even try to hide it in the edit either.
It felt like it was coming too, right? Like as soon as it started, I was like, oh, he's out. As soon as all his nails went from like straight to like bent up, I was like, I can't lose Emily and CT. I can't lose Emily and CT in the same episode. And
so cute. Oh.
That's what we got. It's happening. And I literally sat here, if you're watching on YouTube, I sat here at this computer and I'm watching, and this is what I did to my face. I was like, oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. I'm like looking across the screen trying to see like, okay, maybe they're faking this for editing, but there was a couple shots where you could see them both in the same shot. I'm like, oh, he's so far behind. Oh, he's so far behind. Oh my God. Oh my God. And they're like, it's even when he started putting it in. I was like, oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Yeah.
I'm at a loss. I don't know. I didn't even, at the time, I didn't even think about losing to CT Pro Tips. And then you brought it up and just fucking rained on all our parades.
It was a tough watch. Of course, he handled it so gracefully and with so much class. The whole time I was on the edge of my seat, like, do not say this is your last season. Do not say this is your last season. And he didn't. Yeah. So we better fucking see him again.
I didn't even think about that. Yeah, that was. But again, I want to see if this got you too. Because. So Nehemiah goes back, hits the button. And there wasn't like the immediate horn in the graphic. There was like a slight delay. And literally as he's running back, I wanted to be like, he missed one. He left one open. And he's going to hit the button. And then he had to go back and like, I was like hoping against hope that there was a situation like last week where it like fell out of the board. Right. And he didn't know. And it's like got buried in the sand. And he's got to like dig and find the nail. And then CT's going to go, and then CT's going to hit it, or he did something wrong. Like there was actually one nail left in the board that didn't fall, that he didn't pull out or something like that.
Yeah.
But it wasn't. It wasn't.
It was sad. We are all mourning. It was a loss.
It was a real emotional roller coaster of this week's episode that really gave us all of the feels.
It was a crazy episode, a good one again. Honestly, I feel really good about this season, guys. And to be losing CT this early and still feeling this confident is pretty impressive, if you ask me.
Yeah, I look and go, this season is becoming so interesting as there are less and less people that become targets each week. And it is clear that 3 and 4 very smartly have decided to team up. In a way.
Yeah.
And it seems like their plan is to get rid of 1 and 2 and then battle each other out. And obviously, the reason the Vacation Alliance was brought up is obviously that's going to have a play out for the rest of the season, it seems like, right? Like it's going to be that kind of is everybody outside of that will be ostracized as quickly as humanly possible. And then it's like, okay, we'll get rid of them and then we'll fight amongst ourselves somehow on how this is going to go down.
We'll all go on vacation to the final. Yep.
Hey, don't hate the player, hit the game.
We went on one vacation.
I mean, you did. You did.
One too many.
One
too many.
One too many. The thing I don't like about that is, like, you don't like the Vacation Alliance because who's in it? Like, if there was other people in it and they did this, you'd be like, oh, well, you know, that sucks for everybody else. No, not you. But like the people in general who dislike them. It's like you just don't like the people in it necessarily. Like they're smart. They understand that they're going to keep getting called back and what a system to have, you know?
Yep.
I give a little bit of my winnings
yep.
to everybody, and we work out. Wink, 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 wink. Tax purposes, wink, wink.
Devin,
I don't know. Mix, do we have time for any new hotties? Did we get any new hotties this week?
oh my goodness, we do have new hotties. 3 new hotties.
3?
We have Brad Paul. This is giving.
No,
Brad Paul.
don't try. It was a singular moment in time, which everybody in the community loves.
I will say, he capitalized the PH in Steven, and he also spelled my name right with a capital X in the middle. Shouts out to you, Brad Paul.
I just want to say this. Brad Paul, I don't even know.
I miss you, Pat Mac.
Shut up, Pat Mac. I don't even need to look up his profile. I'm not going to try to pull it up. I'm not going to go in. I'm not going to be like, okay, where's our guy? What's his account look like? Obviously, he's probably smart. Obviously hot because he's a hottie. And respect. Like, I noticed the move. Mixie told me the capital PH, like a fucking badass, and the capital X in Mixie.
Yep.
He gets it. And honestly, now I understand why you've said it the same way as Pat Mac, because to me, they both get it together. Congratulations. Well done. Well done.
Thank you so much for joining the hotties.
Yeah, welcome.
We have from Austin, Texas.
Oh.
Austin. Ann Barry. We love simple names. It's so hot of you to have a very simple, easy to read name.
Mixie could not appreciate that more, Anne. She saw
Truly,
it come through and she was like, oh, I don't even, this is going to be great. This is going to be great. Look at Anne. Anne's got some fits. Anne is like a marathon girly, it looks like. She's a Waldo, apparently, at one time. She's like running with like a 12-pack. She's doing marathons. Shout out Anne.
She's living multiple lives in one.
Do you think Ann Barry's had multiple lives?
Yeah, I do.
Wow.
I feel it. Tell me about your live.
Can you imagine if Ann this week goes, I was also a squirrel in Detroit?
I feel like I would know that. I feel like my soul would know. I swear to God, I'm not high.
A squirrel sense would have gone off when you read her name. Then you would have been like...
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
There would have been something in me, like my tail would have furrowed or whatever the hell.
Yeah.
There.
Ann Barry lives in Austin, Texas, and send us some barbecue. DMs are open.
Barbecue's not that great. Anyways, last but not least, from Dover, New Hampshire. Friendly is her middle name, even though it's technically not in her name. Mandy Rhonda.
I think you got it. I think you were 3 for 3. Congratulations, Mix. This might... I don't know. It's been a while since we did this. I think you got all 3.
I think I got all 3. They were easy. Shouts out Pat Mac.
Pat Mac. Mandy Rhonda, obviously, hottie. Hot family, babies, photos. I mean, it's just what we do at the number one. You know, undefeated since the beginning of the time. That's how we handle things. We do have 2 iTunes reviews this week, Mix, that I have that have funneled their way to us.
We got reviews?
We got reviews. Now, here's the thing.
Yay.
Some of
Are
them,
they good?
yeah, they're all good.
Okay.
Some of them like filter through the wrong way on Apple Podcasts because I'm subscribed to something that shows us like when we get reviews, and I feel like I see more than like what has actually showed up on the thing before. I'm trying to pull up all the recent ones so I can see. I don't know if we did this other one, but I'm going to do it in case we didn't because I want to make sure I give it over. This is from CAAAATEYEEEES.
Thank you for reading it so accurately.
KTs, I think is what it is. And it's titled The Number One. 5 stars. Easily the funniest challenge podcast. If you like reality TV and want to laugh, this is the one for you. Steven and Mixie are hilarious, both spelled right. Congratulations, KTs. While analyzing everything that happens.
Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you.
The sweetest. Here's another one. This one came from Erica Longoria. Hi, Erica. Shout out. And again, the title, the number one. 5 stars.
Yes.
And Erica kept it short and sweet. My favorite challenge podcast. Well,
not that stiff a competition, but I'll still take that compliment. Thank you so much.
and
That's
we
so
have
sweet.
our final one, which somehow did not make it onto, like, when you look on iTunes, it's not there, but it came through my filter. Shout out Chartable. And it's 5 stars and it's titled Best Bro. I don't know why. Here it goes. Just saw
I'm a
Era
bro.
3 Smasher Pass on YouTube. Mixie is always a smash for me. Oh, there you go, Mix. Congratulations. There you go. But watching this
They
episode,
want me.
now I feel like now I see why it might have got filtered out. But watching this episode, she became an ultimate smash for me. Oh, congratulations. Shout out. In fact, I had to go.
He wants to fuck me.
In fact, I had to go to a glory hole hallway afterward because she was so fuego. Also, Stephen with the best line, quote, "You drop your load on me and I'll drop mine," end quote. 5 stars. I can see how the iTunes filter may have been like, thank you for submitting, but we're not putting this publicly.
I wish that it was public. I would screenshot it and I would put it on my LinkedIn. That's very sweet. Thank you. I think it's sweet.
We'll put it on to, go ahead. It's a little what?
It painted a picture.
It did. It did.
But
congratulations.
Very, very nice.
I'm not getting those messages. Nobody's like, oh, I want to sit on Steve's face. Like, I'm not getting those. Okay.
You don't know that. They just might
I
not
was
feel
looking at
comfortable
them.
putting
They
it-
weren't on here. Okay.
I don't even. Thank you so much for the engagement.
Thank you for the engagement. And here's the thing. As of recording, I don't know if there's going to be something immediately after this. But
Oh yeah, we don't.
there might be. As you're listening to this, MTV messaged us a little while ago saying, hey, we might have Emily tomorrow during this window. So if you're looking at the playlist right now, if you're looking at the timer and it still goes, congratulations. You're getting an interview with Emily in the number one. And if I'm part of this interview, I might not make it out alive. Okay. My Apple Watch will be going off and being like, why is your heart rate so high? And I'll be like, I mean, do you see what's happening?
If I was a bet man, I think the video ends here.
Okay.
But I want that positivity for you. So
Thank you.
let's pass it to Stephen and Emily.
Maybe.
If not, thanks so much for watching. We love you.
If not, you're listening to this part now. Okay, bye.